start with a big catch. Just take us through it.
Yeah, it was obviously my first inning in the field in the game. So I think it was first batter too. Got over my head really quick. Knew it was going to be right at the fence if not over, and I thought for sure it was like going to be out of my reach, and it kind of hung up for me. I got close to the fence and just like pretty much jumped as high as I could and extended as high as I could, and just like snow cone, like barely in the webbing, and somehow hung on to it and brought it back.
Did you surprise yourself? You showed a lot of emotion after it.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, big spot, obviously. Top of the eighth there. We're throwing shots back and forth. And, I think for sure once I went over, there's been a few times where just hitting the fence knocks it loose, and especially when it's like barely in your glove like that. So I think like when my feet landed back on the field and it was still in my glove, I was like pretty shocked, but also like just so pumped that I was able to bring that one back.
You mentioned you didn't start the game. You obviously got thrown in there. How do you stay ready for moments like that when you're coming off the bench?
It's tough. It's tough for sure. I think that and pinch hitting and being ready for an at-bat are some of the hardest things to do in sports, but I think just like not thinking about it as much and just like being as locked in as you can, like knowing where defensively like you're supposed to be where you're at, you're positioned right, your timing's good with your pre-pitch setup and all that, and then just you just try to get in game mode as quick as you can, which is like hard to do, but it's definitely easier once you have an at-bat before you go on the field. So then like you feel like if you go straight to the field, it definitely is harder to like get in that game.
Have you ever robbed a home run at any level before?
Yeah, I had a good bit actually in Pensacola. There was a few on the road and a couple at home. So like I'm good at timing it. I think like I've gotten good at knowing how to time it up. But that was definitely the furthest over the fence I've ever gone.
And the timing's interesting because everyone was wearing your dad's face on the shirt. He has one of the most memorable defensive plays in franchise history.
That's a cool wrinkle in it for sure. We were all rocking the 19 shirt today. The Hall of Fame induction's tomorrow, so that's really exciting as well.
Do you think people sleep on your defense? I mean, everyone talks about Griffin Conine with the power and the offensive tools. Do you think people sleep on what you could do out there?
I think a little bit. I think it's something I worked really hard on. I think early on in my career, like coming out of college, I was mostly like offense driven. Like that was my focus, and like that was what I worked on the most. And always had a good arm, but as far as like the importance of getting jumps and reads in the outfield and being able to go back on the ball and all that stuff, it takes like a lot of work, just some BP and timing and all that stuff. So it's cool when it shows up in games like this in big moments.
Was there a moment where you were concerned, like, oh, I might have a shot? Was there a moment like, oh, I might not? Like, at what point did you?
I think, probably right when I hit the track, when it got over my head quick, and then at that point I was like, I'm gonna give it a look for sure, but I didn't think I'd have a chance. And then as I was jumping, it was kind of when I realized I was close enough and like just barely was able to get my glove on it.
The walls weren't that short when this ballpark first opened, so you might not have had that.
Yeah, I think that helped me too. Like the wall being that short, I was able to like get my other arm kind of above the wall and push off it almost.